Once upon a time, in a quiet, peaceful village surrounded by rolling green hills, there lived two sisters who were as different as sunshine and shadow. The elder, Lila, was gentle, humble, and kind-hearted. She always helped the neighbors, shared her bread with the poor, and greeted every bird and squirrel with a smile. The younger sister, Zara, was bold and beautiful, but her heart often twisted with jealousy. She resented Lila's quiet goodness and the affection people showed her. They both lived with their aging father, a poor woodcutter who worked from sunrise to sunset. Lila always helped him carry the firewood, cooked the meals, and looked after him when he was sick. Zara, on the other hand, spent her days admiring herself in the mirror, avoiding chores, and dreaming of marrying a prince. One day, as Lila went deep into the forest to fetch water from the crystal spring, she heard a soft cry. Following the sound, she found a tiny old woman dressed in a cloak of leaves, stuck beneath a fallen branch. "Please, dear child, help me," the old woman whispered. Without hesitation, Lila lifted the branch and helped the woman stand. She offered her a sip of water and tied her cloak with gentle hands. "You have a kind soul," said the old woman, who suddenly shimmered and transformed into a glowing fairy. "For your goodness, I offer you a gift. Every time you speak, flowers and jewels shall fall from your mouth." Before Lila could even respond, a single sentence escaped her lips. "Thank you, kind fairy." Instantly, daisies, rubies, and pearls fell onto the mossy ground. Lila rushed home, and by the time she told her father and sister what happened, a mound of lilies, diamonds, and emeralds lay at her feet. Zara's eyes burned with envy. That night, she sneaked out to the forest, mimicking her sister's path to the spring. She waited near the old stones until, sure enough, the same little old woman appeared, carrying a heavy basket. "Child," said the woman, "would you help an old soul?" Zara scoffed. "You expect me to carry that filthy thing?" She rolled her eyes and turned away. The old woman transformed once more into the radiant fairy. Her eyes, though kind, now held a spark of sadness. "You showed no compassion. You shall still receive a gift, but not the one you hoped for. From now on, every time you speak, toads and insects will fall from your mouth." Terrified and angry, Zara returned home. The moment she tried to complain, frogs and beetles leapt from her lips. She screamed, and more spiders and toads fell. Their father, though loving, was heartbroken by Zara's fate and proud of Lila's grace. But instead of reflecting, Zara became bitter, blaming Lila for everything. Years passed. Lila's fame grew, not for her jewels, but for her kindness. She used her treasure to build wells for the village, care for orphans, and feed the hungry. Everyone adored her. One day, a noble prince, hearing tales of her beauty and gentle heart, came to meet her. Unlike in fairy tales where riches woo royalty, it was her kindness that caught his heart. They fell in love and were soon married in a celebration where even the birds seemed to sing her praises. Zara, now alone and miserable, finally left the village, seeking a way to undo her curse. She wandered through forests and valleys, searching for the fairy. After years of solitude, hunger, and hardship, she stumbled upon a humble hut where an old woman sat spinning thread. Zara, weak and weary, fell to her knees and whispered, "Please, help me." It was the same fairy, once again in disguise. Seeing the true sorrow and humility in Zara's eyes, the fairy spoke, "Only a heart that truly understands kindness can be free." From that day forward, the toads no longer appeared when Zara spoke. She returned to the village, not out of pride, but to help others. Though she never shone as brightly as Lila, she finally found peace, not from magic, but from learning the greatest truth of all. Kindness given freely returns in ways no jewel ever could. Moral of the story: kindness brings blessings beyond imagination, while jealousy only leads to sorrow. True beauty shines from the heart.